Okay.
What to do.
Hello, my friend and my friends. We got a live studio audience today. Woo! And we're going to do some juice education. So I thought I would definitely have to share with you guys on YouTube. And so we're just going to get started with a super green juice designed to eliminate body odors, mostly due to a request. And I love to, answer requests, and so I put this together last night in my dreams, and then today I added a couple of extra little things while we were at the store. So it consists of celery, cucumber, lemon is the body, and then for the herbs, which is where the consciousness of the earth comes into your body, it lifts depression, brings chlorophyll, brings sunlight into your body, and mostly eliminates odors. The biggest odor eliminators are the parsley, the basil, and the dill that is in this recipe. So let me tell you again what kind of herbs. We got kale, which gives it minerals, which helps to keep the bones and the teeth strong, and it also helps ground you to the earth. But you want to have lots of easily absorbable bioavailable minerals, and kale is one of the highest sources in that. And then spinach is just full of all kinds of iron and amino acids, so you get a lot of amino acids in this drink as well. So if you're a bodybuilder, or someone that wants to get clean, or someone that wants to get rid of depression, or someone that wants to get happier, or someone that wants to have more color in their skin, and especially particularly just today for the novelty of it, we're going to say that this is a juice that eliminates odors and helps you to smell better underneath your arms, do the neutralization of basically, the body odors are coming from undigested, putrefying waste matter in the GI tract, which almost all human beings have on this planet at this time, just due to the nature of the foods we eat, how we eat, when we eat, why we eat, and the stress we're under when we eat. So, without further ado and no more tangents, I'm going to tell you what's in this thing. Kale, spinach, basil, dill, cilantro, parsley. Okay, that's pretty epic. And then the body is the celery, the cucumber, and the lemon. So let me get started so I don't take up too much of your time. And then as we go, you guys can ask any questions that you want. Okay. Okay, if you get stuck. I'm just going to start off with the kale. I like to hit the herbs first. And I'm using an omega juicer. It's been a while since I've brought like straight education to the YouTube, so. And it took a little bit of work to prepare for this video. But I've been wanting to do that for you for a long time because you've been watching me do all kinds of talking heads. And so sometimes it's nice for me to stand behind the juicer because I get a little bit more context. So you guys all out there better have some questions. I'm with a nice young group of eclectic folks here. Is that a good way to describe you?
Sure, yeah.
Positive?
Attractive criminals.
What's that?
Good-looking criminals. This is fine.
Okay, that's good enough.
So, what are the earth veggies that you start with first? What do you consider the earth veggies? Is the kale is the grounded to the earth kind of?
Yeah, well, any of the herbs ground you, your consciousness. They bring you back. I mean, if you think about it, let's see. How much does a piece of Kentucky Fried Chicken ground you? I mean, it was grown in a laboratory, and then it's got weird breading and deep fried. And something that came from an oil from another planet, right? And then you go out, and some farmer picked this a few days ago off his plant, off the earth.
Yeah.
And it's got the consciousness of life. Yeah. And it brings you back to earth. A lot of human beings are just out there. They're just floating around. They have no clue that the wind is blowing through the trees, the sun is shining, and life can be as good as you want it to be. They're caught up in this whole thing because your mind gets all, buggered out from all the crazy food that you eat. And if you want to get sane again and come back to nature, even though, we're in the middle of Oakland here, kind of, the international district, a lot of graffiti and stuff like that, but whatever, it's still like, that's why you got to go to the store and bring earth to you in this day and age. Not all of us are going to live on farms and be out and playing in nature. I get a little bit of everything. But I'm always keeping my foods natural, because then I can keep my brain sane, relatively.
Oh, sure.
I'm a crazy insane person. I mean, I'm a crazy sane person.
Yes.
You know, I'm crazy in the good way.
Yeah.
And I don't want to rob you or steal from you or lie to you or cheat or get anything that isn't given to me.
Unless you don't get your juice. I get it.
What's that?
If you don't get your juice, you'll do those things.
If I don't do my juice, I'm going on a wild rampage.
You will murder children. I understand.
So I like for some odd reason I kind of just do one herb at a time. You get into a mental flow.
That's good.
It doesn't have to be like that, but so I started out with the kale. And this extractor, like I said, I'm using a single outer, so you're going to get a lot better extraction. I know that you guys both have a Jack LaLanne. It's like Jack LaLanne is a major pain, especially when it comes to the herbs. But that being said, there is no such thing as a bad juicer. Any juicer is better than no juicer at all.
Yeah, I don't like what those LaLannes will do with parsley and the like.
It doesn't do anything.
It doesn't really do anything at all.
That's right.
Really.
You waste your paycheck. So that's why, if you can't invest, everybody can save up $250 and get one of these.
Oh, okay.
This is the best, lowest price, best, highest extraction for the money.
That's the Omega?
Easy to clean, easy to use. And that was basil. That was actually a Thai basil. And I'm just going to put a whole bundle of dill in here. And these aromatic herbs are what bring their essential oils into your bloodstream. And it's those essential oils that go into the bloodstream and then enter into all the cells in your body, and you can either smell like Kentucky Fried Chicken, which is nasty.
I kind of like it. Well, I think that's a fine smell. Soul food, man. No. The Kentucky Fried Chicken is gross, but Popeye...
Don't interrupt you. No, but the essential oils are key.
Yeah.
That's why raw fooders smell better and taste better. Because they...
oh, is that for me, Dan?
That was not for you, Jonathan.
Just met you.
Maybe later, baby. But it's the essential oils in the raw foods that make a raw fooder smell better. Natural, lemon oil, garlic oil. Well, garlic, that's a bad example, isn't it?
Garlic smells awesome.
Internal garlic capsules. That is really good thing.
Garlic can be a medicine, and it can also be too much of it can also cause you to smell bad. It can also be a little bit irritating to the mind. Onions and garlic. If you're more of a meditator, if you're more of a spiritual type, and you're really trying to slow the waves of the mind down, it's the fruits, tree fruits, melons, berries, simple, real simple foods that go into the blood easily. It's those simple sugars that really, the spiritual person wants more of the sweet foods. The fruits, even grains, soaked are sattvic, foods that are calming and help you sit and meditate and help you to get focused on your life, your issues. So that's why like cleansing and juicing and things like that, where these foods are real clean and there's no stimulants or irritants, cellular irritants, you get really peaceful, you get energized and peaceful and calm, and you start to work out your problems and you start to have revelations, whereas before you might have been eating a lot of Thai food, Mexican food, Chinese food, 47 different ingredients, and each ingredient kind of sends your mind on a different frequency. So the more simple that you eat, the more clear your mind will be.
Yeah, I was saying that to a friend last night. We had like a mashed yam, took some yams and made like a pulp out of it, and then broccoli. That's all. It was just a dish side of yam and broccoli, and afterwards you feel really good. Just having
that sounds like a good meal.
It was really simple, and yeah, it was good, really good.
I love the most simple. I've been eating very simple, getting a lot of clarity, just eating like watermelons with lemon on it will be a meal. Or I'll have like, for breakfast I had like 8 mandarin oranges and that's it. And I'm clear, energized, happy. And even today I'm a little under the energy level because I've been doing so much of the cleansing on the watermelons that a lot of stuff is moving out. I'm breaking down again. This time it's like I tried to build up after the fast because they told me, I did a water fast, and they told me to go build up, but my body doesn't want to build up. It still wants to clean out real deep, old crevasses of hardened stuff that's manifested up in clogging up my upper chakras. Like I can feel my pituitary and pineal aren't. Anyways, it's a real deep subject.
Yeah, yeah.
But the cells get ossified after years of bodybuilding and drug abuse and lack of sleep, staying up all night partying. I mean, and it doesn't just go away in a few months on raw foods. You can think that all you want, but I know after 11 and a half years on raw foods and you know, just being a health nut even before that. I mean, I thought that spaghetti with celery and hamburger was health food at one point. You know, where for maybe one person it would be, but now I'm like, my whole diet predominantly consists of just fruits and herbs. And you never have to eat the same thing twice. You can get very healthy, and you get really calm, and you get clear, and you just have this, you're more constant. I remember just the ups and downs of the junk food lifestyle. You know, it's just not worth it, you know, and so it takes a while for you to adjust and adapt to this type of food consumption. But if it really means something to you, and any of this makes any sense to you out there, and you'll just be like, yeah, this dude's like right on the point, you know, and I have a lot of experience with it, and I'm experiencing the benefits, so I wouldn't BS anyone, and these videos are free, so I'm not going to lie to you. I'm just going to try to inspire you, because it's fun for me, because I've always loved this, and to see more people get these results would be good for them, and good for the world. You know, we're all one anyway, so we're all one cell in the body. So for every sick person, we've got a sick cell in the human body. For every healthy person, we've got a healthy cell in the body of humanity. And the good thing about healthy cells is that they're so much stronger. And healthy cells are so much more able to keep the other cells around them. One healthy Jesus cell keeps a lot of other unhealthy cells up. It's like the fulcrum point. The very few people are actually taking care of themselves, loving life, and they have so much more power. They balance out the rest of the insane humanity. If we've got more people over here on the side of sanity and health and reasonability and love, then the earth would automatically become a better place. And all the things that people complain about would just automatically disappear, because each individual takes responsibility for just getting healthy. For me, it started out as vanity. I'm not going to lie, and I'm still one of the most vain people you're ever going to meet. I like my skin. I like the way I smell. I like strong hair. I like healthy teeth and bones and being happy, and, you know, it's all good stuff.
I don't think that's vain.
Well, you know, I mean, I'm getting over it, because the vanity can cause a lot of pain, because we're all going to get old, crusty, fat, and fall over, you know. So we might as well get used to that now, and don't be like Demi Moore and have a freak out and start taking a bunch of drugs, and you know what I'm talking about. You know, she's worried about getting older. Well, guess what? Every single person on this planet, whoa, is going to get older, and then they're going to leave. So we might as well make peace with it, but I'm not saying, though, that today is not the day with the sunshine to be having some energy from. I have choices to make, you know. I had mandarin oranges, and I'm buzzing high as hell right now.
Oh, I bet.
And yesterday I was on all fruit too, so there's nothing hardly in my GI tract to digest. It's all just sugars right into my brain, every cell in my body. And I might be a toothpick, but I'm a happy toothpick. You know. Well, I'll probably get thinner, because this time I don't even want to build up. I just want energy, energy, energy. I don't care if I turn into a 100-pound toothpick. I'm interested in consciousness. But I know not everyone's there. But they can all learn from what I'm doing here. Cleansing my body. This will be more aminos than I've had in a long time right here. And it's the good aminos. You know, of course, these green plants have a lot of amino acids in them.
And that's the spinach?
Yeah, spinach is basically like 50% of the content of this food, by weight, is amino acids, you know. And then what you do is, through the extraction of the juice, you just make it easier for the body to digest. It's also very much more tastier. So obviously you could take all this and make a huge, awesome salad, and then you take you about 2 hours to eat it. And you want to go real slow and chew it real slow. But this is a quick way. It's really a therapy for the modern world, the juicing.
Oh yeah.
You know,
I think so too.
It's just a way to get tons of, because what we have in this society is deficiency diseases caused by excessive consumption. Consumption of the macronutrients in their form that doesn't, sugar, white sugar, bread, those are those are the fat, protein,
all
and carbs.
refined foods, yeah.
But refined, no minerals,
Yeah.
which end up clogging up the system, which even if you do eat something healthy, the body doesn't absorb it or utilize it. So that's one of the biggest issues is that we're having, and I just had this revelation. I never learned this from a teacher. This came straight to me out of the ether by just studying and learning and observing my own experience, in that, you know, we get clogged up and then we don't absorb anything, and then we get deficiency diseases because we ate too much. See, isn't that funny? So we're starving ourselves by eating ourselves to death. We're starving ourselves cellularly, minerally, micronutrient starvation, which is enzymes and precursors to metabolic functions. In other words, how are you going to produce serotonin and dopamine if you don't have the proper little enzymes in your brain for the cells to have the proper synapse and to communicate? So you get more depressed, more depressed, more depressed. Unless you go down this road, which is the energy road of energy foods, energy life. These are the life foods that we've been thriving off of for millions of years. And so we've been eating plants and fruits and berries and tubers and nuts and seeds. And if you want to chase down an animal, it's going to be a lot of hard work. When there's just, you should just eat some berries and be lazy like me. I'll just go pick a few berries and then chill out in the sun.
Oh, that's great.
Kick it with my little monkey honeys, you know. Make it easy on myself, you know what I mean? I don't want to be like, okay, hold on, ladies. I got to go chase this animal around for about a few days. We'll be back. Hopefully we catch something small and we'll have a little piece of jerky before you when we get back. It's like, there's all these berries and herbs. Might as well just chill out. You know? Get a juicer. Just crush it and use the big rocks and make juice. That was the first juicer, 2 big rocks, 2 dudes smashing the herbs together. They'd get like 1 drop. It'd take them like 20 years to get a thing of juice like this.
Well, the Yamato and the Amazon do have an herb drink that elders will chew this herb all day and spit it slowly into a bowl, like a kind of carved out wooden bowl. Yeah, it takes supposedly like 3 days to make just this one drink.
That doesn't sound that great.
So they pass it around. It's like, yeah, it's an herb spit beverage. And I mean, that is a juicer kind of too. And I'd like to know what the drink is.
The next is lemon.
Okay.
I figure this one might even take up to a half an hour, so the YouTube viewers, they'll probably be fairly stoked enough, right? Like, it's all good. So I'm trying to I'm sure a lot of this you guys have heard before. So what kind of questions do you guys have maybe about anything that I've talked about so far?
I didn't know that you could put peels in that juicer.
Lemon is the only peel that is conducive to drink. I had a friend, she drank a whole bunch of orange juice with peels on it and got really sick.
Oh, really?
Who knows why that phenomenon is that way? And many a brother have drinking tons and tons of lemon peel. You go to drink some orange peel, you're in big trouble. You're going to have illness.
Okay.
And so these are cucumbers, some organic cucumbers. You got to slice these pretty small to get these into the omega. So we're making it. This is my sort of, that's creeping up on dinner time here. So, anyways, it took us a while we wanted to do this a little earlier so I could go out and play in the sun, which I'm going to do as soon as I'm done here. But I wanted to make a video for the people on YouTube because I've been doing all this ranting and raving about all kinds of politics and drama and haven't had a chance to just straight educate. And if I don't educate, then they play a hate. And I can't have that, so I try to bring a little balance. It's taken me many hours to just be able to set up and make a quick 30-minute video for you, so there's a lot more going on behind the scenes. I know most of you appreciate it. Another big cucumber, how about that? Is this the only knife? I mean, I didn't find anything that was...
a lot of knives.
You have a lot of knives?
Well, do you want me to...
Yeah, a better knife, for sure. Yeah, it's hard to work with this thing.
We have a lot, but I don't...
Oh, this is good. Oh, that's a good one too. I'll try them both. Yeah, perfect. Cool, thanks. Oh, this one's... Wow. Interesting. Okay, So, did Dan the man actually run out of things to say? Possible. Possible.
When you said you did the water fast recently, how long did you do the fast for?
I just did 14 days.
Oh, wow.
It was a reconnaissance mission.
Yes.
And I'm going to do another one in about 3 weeks. And I'm just going to take it a little bit deeper, maybe a lot deeper. As you do this, you grow. You say, oh, okay. You see your limitations, or perceived limitations, and next time you say, I'm going to break through that, no problem. Get more comfortable with the process, and each time you do it, you learn a little bit more. And there's no miracle in the world like water fasting. If the world only knew. But there's no profit in it. You go lay down, you drink water, you chill out. And then the body heals itself. Consciousness heals itself through you, and all the vibrations that you've accumulated energetically from bad vibes from other people, bad vibes from food, cellularly, all break down, and you break the bonds to this world, and you become spiritually free. And being spiritually free becomes physical freedom. Really, everything is like a mirror. And some people look at it as health. And some people look at it as spirituality. I have the opportunity to see both. So I do both roads. I take care of the body health and go upwards into the spirituality. And I go to the meditation and I sit and I purify the mind by letting it be, quieting the waves in any way I can, although it's impossible in this world. Especially when you have a dadgum cell phone next to you and a computer and your job is on that stuff. But you try to slow the mind down and empty it out. And when you empty the mind out, then the body itself slowly follows suit. So it's nice to... So the question is, are you angry because your liver's clogged up, or is your liver clogged up because you're angry? Well, it's both. And that's a good thing for people to know, because some people only have one side of the coin. And they rant and rave and put other people down. It's better to know to go down both, clean your liver and get some help for your anger problems. Then get some help for your anger problems and clean your liver. See what I'm saying? So then you're doing both. It's like a full-on life regeneration program. Trademark. Just kidding. Not yet, but it will be probably.
And you're suggesting that doing the water fast is the best road to that, or just healthy eating in general?
I mean, you'll know when it's time to water fast, but...
I've done the master cleanse a few times.
Simplifying and energizing.
Yeah.
The diseases and the occlusions in the body are an inflammatory condition. Which means the clogged up, the pipes. The body is a series of billions of little pipes. And when those pipes get clogged up, what are you going to do? The blood flow is not going to be there. The oxygen utilization is not going to be there.
Right.
And the happiness isn't going to be there. The vitality, the dynamic nature of your inner self doesn't get to come through. You're kind of like, whatever. I'm tired. I don't want to do that today. I'll put it off tomorrow. I won't make as much money, or I won't get as much done, or I won't be as much happy, or I won't go out tonight and meet the woman of my dreams, or you'll put off all your crap and you won't ever really have lived. But once you start doing this and energizing and waking up with this type of eating, I mean, these foods contain energy. There's no doubt. Easily absorbable energy. Sugars. Now, there's sugars in celery. Mellow sugars. These types of vegetable sugars are more chill-out sugars. Like, yo, what's up? The fruit sugars is like rocket fuel. Like, I'm going to eat like 8 mandarins and do a video where I'm on point, because it just goes right to your head. Your blood is clean. You got a good night's rest last night. And, you eat one type of mono meal, and you're golden. Your mind is good, and it's the fruit is the rocket fuel. But it still has the fiber, and the fiber goes through the GI tract, and it continues to extract sugar slowly for a couple hours from the grapes, But these vegetables here are pretty epic in that they're more like the chill-out sugars. These vegetables help you to relax, stay calm. High nutrients, dense foods to help your adrenals and kidneys to produce steroids, calming, hormones, because people get one way out of balance or the other. And, men become effeminate, and women get, and then there's all kinds of roles, and there's a lot of politics to that. But what you want is for your maximization to come forth, and you do that by cleansing your body, your sexual organs, your kidneys, adrenals, liver. You want all your glands and organs and tissues functioning, and the way you do that is by basically these types of foods that have the sugars in there that animate cells and also feed the cells. Antioxidants which neutralize any type of waste matter that you accumulate in your day-to-day living so that you can flush those out. Neutralize, the antioxidants neutralize and neutralize the acid waste so that it can be eliminated safely and easily out the proper channels. And there are several different channels. The body's always doing its best. If we help it, the miracles become unending, you know, and you can become just super energized, flexible, and you always feel pretty good, you know. I mean, you never feel, you can't escape the human dilemma, there's no doubt. But you can really make a big difference, you know, in your my overall view of life at this time compared to what it was when I was trying to blow my head off at the 22 because I was so hopelessly depressed. It's a lot different. Sitting there wondering, well, wishing I had the guts to pull the trigger so I could end this whole damn thing, you know, because I had no hope, just because of the environments I was raised in and everything that comes with being like on this planet. And the drugs didn't help either, so then later on I was like, well, I can just use these drugs and I can go out with a bang. So I would take everything I could and shooting up everything and snorting everything, trying to lose consciousness. That's what I did. I tried to, with drugs, I tried to get my mind to leave me alone. I wanted to get out of my own damn head because it drives you nuts. It's so depressing because the thoughts that you think from the environments that you're in, from the things you've been exposed to. That's why let's expose these kids to something good. And expose ourselves every night. Spiritual videos, reading spiritual books, doing stuff like this with my day instead of anything else that I could possibly do. But you got to make those good choices. And one good choice leads to another good choice. And then, if you digress, you're vomiting the next day because you haven't drank in 3 months, and you thought, oh, I'll just have a couple shots of tequila, and you've been trying to get more raw or get healthier, and then you get sick for a few days. You say, well, I'm not going to do that anymore. And then you just get back on it. The next time your friends call and say you want to go out for tequila shots, you remember very succinctly how you felt the next day, and you say, no, I'm not. I don't want no tequila. I don't want no drugs. I don't want anything. Oh my Lord, I'm not paying attention. I just want peace. You know, but you never knew that until you got blessed by the right books and the right things that happen in your life by grace. By Jesus protected me. For me, that's what it is. For other people, it's going to be different. I'm not religious, but it was the light of Christ consciousness that has followed me everywhere, that kept me from... I never got pulled over drinking and driving. I never went to jail for that. When I would be screwed. You guys, I wouldn't be here. I'd be in prison. So I'm saying, why am I not in prison? Only because Christ and His angels were watching over me. You know what I mean? Pure and simple. Because I did a lot of really, really stupid things. Where a lot of people don't go through their life not getting caught. And so it must have had a destiny for me. And now I'm very fortunate. So I can relate to all kinds of different people and I don't have to judge anyone. And it's all the same. Either you go down the narrow road by exposing your mind and making your environment. Environments affect you. So for me, I like to create my own environment. I go to Motel 6, turn on some spiritual music or a spiritual DVD, and take my clothes off and turn the heater on and just start praying, you know, so that I can be in that environment. I don't want to go here or there where certain things aren't. I like to be in control in a certain way. I'm like a yogi in a cave, you know. That's why he goes to the cave, because then there's nobody there to trip out and give him a hard time. You know what I mean? And take away his good vibe. Like, oh, bad vibes. So educating the mind and putting yourself in those positions where the environment affects you in a positive way can really save your life. Save your life, man. Because it's just certain little things happen along the way. This one little book came to me, and I was that guy. And I went back to that guy that suggested the Essene Gospel of Peace to me a couple years later.
That's the name of the book?
Essene Gospel of Peace. It changed my life. I was wandering around the streets, homeless, insane person, just lost. And then, you know, but still blessed enough by the angels to just look at this spiritual bookstore and just walk in there. Start walking around, and the dude looks at me and he goes, it's over here. And he goes, "You want to know the real truth?" And I said, "Yeah." So I read that book, and it changed my life. Like this divine illumination came out of the sky and told me to eat raw foods and to learn how to fast. And then I went back to that guy and I said to that guy, I said, "So man, thanks for reading the gospel, teaching me about the gospel of peace. It was a good book, isn't it?" And he goes, "Well, I don't know. I never read it. It was just for you that day. I just point people to the right books. I don't even eat that stuff." And he's got like fried chicken on his little table, So I was like, "Wow, cool, whatever. I don't care as long as it worked." I mean, that book literally gave me a 180 on my life, and I'm able to now to be. All I want to do is like do good, whatever that means. I mean, that's a relative term, but you can help a lot of people. The physical organism operates under certain laws, and we are, as a species and a race, I mean, we're just our family, and then you got your society, which sells a lot of stuff to you. It's their job to sell you, junk food and get their bottom line. They might not be thinking, well, this is the stuff that's causing cancer, because if the medical community would wake up and they could get it, because they're like, it doesn't have anything to do with the food. And the food isn't everything. If you're going to have negative thoughts, you could kill yourself on a raw food diet. You could eat apples and have a lot of hate in your heart. And those apples are hate apples. You know what I mean? If whatever you eat, however you're feeling, that's exactly what you're absorbing into every cell in your body. That's why you want to create a different trajectory in your experience by, instead of eating out of stress and misery because you're lonely and depressed, just find things to be grateful for right now and then sit down and eat. And be like, man, I'm really glad that I have my job at 7-Eleven and make like $8.50 an hour or whatever. Instead of saying, this job sucks, I'm just going to get a little hot dog. If you're going to still eat the little hot dogs, you can at least eat it in love and appreciation and gratitude. And then you're absorbing gratitude and appreciation into your cells. And then guess what happens? You grow in that direction. Whatever you think about expands. And then it takes a while. It takes a lot of work. If you think I just started eating raw foods and then I float around with the angels now, you're tripping. I work on my mind every day. Every day I watch my mind. Every day I take my mind and I say, no, I'm not going down that road. I'm choosing that consciously. I'm going to be kind. Because that's what I was told to do by people that I trust, that are spiritual masters, that by their fruits ye shall know them. If they have succeeded and their books are still here, and you read their books and it gives you hope, you know intuitively that what they're saying is helpful, beneficial, and you want to be like that. Because it resonates at your core. Be kind, don't be a dick, and that's better than being a dick. And you kind of know that intuitively that's true, you know what I mean? Can I speak any more plainly about it?
I think that's in the Bible, isn't it? Don't be a dick. Psalms, something.
Leviticus, actually.
Leviticus, yeah.
That sounds better.
Don't let your wife be a dick.
I got some, I have some, this looks good for me. I need jars of juice. Y'all can have some green juice.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Studio audience, and I gave away how many people are in our studio audience.
I was going to ask, do people juice with their dogs?
Dogs love juice. Oh, yeah. Dogs are all about the juice.
I have a mini wine glass for Lola.
Have you heard of Donna Eden? She's great. She's really into juicing too. She always draws the infinity symbol over her drink.
Come here, cheers.
It's something to research. You should check her out.
Donna Eden, I think cheers, peace.
Refers to exactly what
yeah, health to health.
Oh yeah.
This is a pretty dank juice. I mean, this
dank.
This isn't exactly like, I mean, I could have made it a lot lighter for you guys, but I want everyone to know, I guess we're going to go over a little bit more than I thought, but you YouTubers watch stuff for hours, and this is really dank. And several people, or probably all of you, have never had a non-sugar or a low-sugar,
right,
low glycemic green juice. This is just medicine right here.
Mm-hmm.
I love it.
If you took the apples and took out the basil and the dill and just added the apples, it would be more of a sweet green juice. But this one here is just really, this is a neutralizer of odors and bacteria and viruses in the GI tract, as well as highly mineralizing, alkalizing, so it'll soften up tissues. It'll help to, a lot of the kale goes into the joints, all the minerals from the kales go into the joints, keeps the joints healthy, lubricated. Just, you can't go wrong with juice like this. And it's more like a soup, it's like a meal. So it's, for me, it's the best tasting thing in the world.
Yeah, it's really good.
Oh, dude, that is good. That basil.
Yeah.
I really like the basil a lot. Yeah,
That
and the
basil
cucumber
takes
too
it.
is really good.
I grabbed that at the last second.
The cucumber or the basil?
The basil. I added that at the last minute, and that is really good basil. In fact, see the other basil, this is Thai basil. So if you want to really represent, for those of you out there in the YouTube, go for the Thai basil, which is a little more rare to find, but not hard to find in any Asian market. And of course, we are in the middle of Asia right here.
What do you find the differences between the Thai basil and the sweet basil?
Well, it tastes that little peppery.
Yeah.
That's the Thai basil. The other basil is a little bit sweeter and aromatic.
It actually reminds me of Thai food a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
It's kind of like we're having Thai curry. I love it.
Excellent. Are there any other questions? This is Education 101 here on the juicing. Oh, no, it wasn't. We didn't. That wasn't 101, was it? That was more advanced stuff. I can't help it. I just, whatever needs to come through. You guys are very spiritually aware.
You know, it's funny because the lemon and the dill are significantly more understated than I thought they would be.
But you can still taste the dill. If it was up to me, I would have added like another bundle of dill.
I like the dill.
Yeah.
A lot.
Yeah, the dill is one of those aromatic herbs that really enhances the way that you smell. And the cilantro helps. The parsley's the #1 neutralizer. You can make parsley salads, parsley juices. You can make grapefruit and parsley. That's an epic drink. And then you can make like tomato, mung bean, parsley, olive oil salad. Or flaxseed oil, yeah. And just make a nice, big, huge, colorful bowl. Chop some dill in there. I'm not a huge oil person. You can use avocado too, which I love the whole food fats better. You can use these herbs and these plants and these fruits, which is my personal mission, sort of. That's my smoke screen. I use the fruits and vegetables and then I go actually transmit a vibration of something much more expansive than just the food that you eat, but I spent my life doing this work, so I have a good little trip here for me to keep you the illusion alive so that I can implant something that really means a lot to me, which is the consciousness of the infinite self, where all problems disappear, all questions disappear, all doubts disappear, and only love and perfection take its place. And that, when we are on that end of things, that's when this place becomes that we bring that spiritual divinity down to this earth. And the problems of mankind, there's hope. There's hope. It's like even a lot of spiritual masters are kind of like, well, yeah, you never know, these humans are kind of slow. So if we blow up the earth or not, it's inconsequential. The point is that, you know, we tap in now. And we do what we can. I'm doing what I can. We're all doing what we can. And, you know, for me, it's like I'm obviously supposed to inspire people to think even more along these lines. And it's an individual thing, yet it becomes collective. Because, like I said, with the fulcrum, you know, we're just balanced. We could really bring a lot more of that light, shift the fulcrum point, and just basically launch all evil and non-integrity, non-love off the planet, and then just, bam, just cover the planet like the painting company, cover the earth. Sherwin-Williams, that's their slogan, cover the earth. Well, we could drop that love bomb and cover the whole earth with that. And, you know, no one knows the future. No, it doesn't matter how spiritual you get, no one knows the future because we all have a choice we have free will. That's the beauty of being human. We could all go, this guy Dan, he's a little nuts, but he makes a lot of sense. I'm going to try to stop kicking my dog and yelling at my wife. You know, I'm going to be nicer. And he might do that, then his kids might be nicer. This whole thing could go out like that. Everyone could decide to be nice tomorrow. I'm not saying it's a likelihood, but it's a possibility. You know what I'm saying? And we always have to go by the potentialities, the possibilities, right? And then we teach from that platform that, hey, I never said it's a likelihood that everyone's going to start drinking green juice, but everybody could and start eating herbs and eating fruit, and we could all just plant a bunch of fruit trees, and then we don't have to go anywhere to get our food, and we can make the soil really nice and grow really mineral-rich fruits and really mineral-rich herbs, and we would eat a lot less, and we'd be a little skinnier, but our brains would function better, our hearts would function better, and we would be, you know, a lot better off as a species. Can eliminate a lot of the suffering. So that's what we're here to do, eliminate suffering through the body, through the love, through the mind, creating peace, sharing these principles and ideas via YouTube and in person. And today I had a really good time. I want to thank you guys all very much.
Thank you so much.
I think we got some people here pretty stoked. I hope that all y'all out there in the YouTubeville are stoked. I'd love it if you subscribe, send this video to a family member. Also, I've been getting more excited about the Insiders Club. If you don't know about the Insiders Club, you can go to my website and sign up over there. I'm sending a lot more videos, special ones, real, super real videos from Dan the Man. And other than that, thank you very much for your time and attention. Drink your green juice. Enjoy this one here. The best meals are like whole fruit. Takes a while to get your stomach in that place. Whole fruits, and then green juices and salads and smoothies, and with that you can eat forever and never have the same thing twice, because there is an infinite number of fruits and vegetables and combinations that you can use that are tasty, delicious, fun to eat. The more simple that you eat, the clearer your mind is, and then the more you can focus on creating the life that you want. Whatever your dream is, it's in your heart. Very few people ever find it. It's very important that I continue to help people to understand that they need to excavate the mission that God put in their heart. And then you'll know what real happiness is, real like contentment. You know. Anyways, I speak from experience, so thank you all very much.
I drank all mine.
There's more, there's more. There's more.
This is mighty good.
Thanks, guys. Love ya.